Palooza. This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. 4 players. Bring it. Handle those screws carefully. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. All right, here we go.
Get ready, time for question.
1. Right off the top, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%? Player 2, who's going to win this? Player 1, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it. Player 2, this screw does not have a happy ending. Next up, his acting is all right. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 2, what were you thinking there? Player 3, all wrong. Players 1 and 4, the Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And now, brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order and buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, player 3, who gets your screw? The screw is in you, player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. Ooh, ouch. Player 3, way to work that screw. Time to twist the knife. Players 1, 3, and 4. Ernie has no eyebrows at all. Bert has 1 long single eyebrow. And the Count has 2. 2 eyebrows! 1 grand bonus to each of you for getting that one. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Here we have Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Player 1, who do you want to see? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. Honest mistake. Player 1, nicely screwed. Don't stop there. Get some more cash. Players 3 and 4. Cue the swan song. Player 1. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Take a good look at the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 2, not such a great score there. Why don't you play this dis or dat? I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the X button. If it's Curious George, press the B button. The rest of you should still keep your eyes open. Make your selections before player 2, because if player 2 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the winnings. Okay, we're off. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed abuse. Ew, baby, 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 ew. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That'll bring an end to our first round. And player 1 is winning with a comfortable cushion. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And remember, our wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Okay, how about it? Here's one I like to call Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, Otter, Oddest, or Odderest. Player 2. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Players 3 and 4. Odd is the adjective, Otter is the comparative adjective, and Oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Player 1. No, but speaking of Otter, get it? You just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 Otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Say hello to Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 2. Hate to disappoint you, but wait, no I don't. Players 1, 3, and 4. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's one for you. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? first spotted in 1879? Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Players 1 and 4. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Players 2 and 3. That answer has a hole in it. I call this one wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Player 2, get out of here! Seriously, get out of here. Player 3, this is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. Players 1 and 4, Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Open wide for I Want to Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About You got it, player 4. Pick someone. Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. I think you know it's coming. Player 4, that was a very nice screw job. You want even more cash? Player 3, sucks to be you. Players 1 and 4, ow. Were you thinking of this one? An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. And one more thing.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. win! Player one, that win was just okay. Just kind of decent. You're the pinnacle of mediocrity. You're a bastion of averageness. You...
You know